Drinking water incorrectly can cause serious harm to your kidneys. By incorrectly, we mean that both drinking too much and drinking too little can be harmful. But how do you know what the right amount is? Many believe in the old saying that you should drink 8 cups or about 2 liters of water each day to stay hydrated. But this is actually a myth. People often confuse water intake with fluid intake. Water intake refers specifically to drinking water, while fluid intake includes all beverages and foods that contain water. When discussing hydration, it's essential to consider everything you consume, not just plain water. That's why the advice to drink 2 liters of water daily isn't accurate for everyone. In this article, we'll share tips on how to monitor your water intake for optimal kidney health. We'll cover when to drink water, how much to drink, and the safety of different water types. In some cases, drinking only plain water might not be sufficient. Next, we'll explain how both overhydration and dehydration can harm your kidneys. Before diving in, please note that all the information provided is thoroughly researched, fact-checked, and reviewed by qualified professionals. Drinking too much water. Although experts are still determining the exact amount of water needed each day, consuming more than 1 liter, about a quart, per hour can strain your kidneys. According to the Merck Manual, some estimates suggest that repeatedly drinking over 23 liters, about 24 quarts, in 24 hours can lead to dangerously high water levels in a young, healthy adult. Rest assured, your kidneys are usually quite good at filtering out excess water. So conditions like water toxicity, overhydration, or water intoxication are rare in healthy individuals. However, people at higher risk include endurance athletes, premature infants, and individuals with certain mental health disorders or pituitary gland issues. Additionally, overhydration can occur in people with kidney, liver, or heart diseases, as these conditions impair fluid balance. Those who participate in drinking challenges or consume large amounts of alcohol may also be vulnerable to water toxicity. Certain medications, such as diuretics, antidepressants, antipsychotics, and drugs like MDMA, ecstasy, can also increase water consumption, leading to excessive water intake. Drinking too much water too quickly dilutes sodium levels in the blood, a condition known as hyponatremia. Normal sodium levels range from 135 to 145 milliequivalents per liter. When sodium levels drop below 135, hyponatremia occurs, which can be dangerous. In healthy individuals, kidneys can process about 1 liter, or 1 quart, of water per hour. Water intoxication happens when your kidneys cannot remove excess water quickly enough, disrupting the normal sodium balance in your body. This leads to water moving into cells, causing them to swell, which can be particularly dangerous when it affects brain cells, resulting in cerebral edema. Symptoms of water intoxication include difficulty thinking clearly, nausea, and vomiting. If left untreated, severe cases can cause seizures or even death. For instance, during the 2002 Boston Marathon, almost 500 runners participated in a study on race-related hyponatremia. Over 60 marathoners experienced low sodium levels due to overhydration. To prevent this, researchers recommend that long-distance runners estimate their water needs by weighing themselves before and after training and hydrating based on fluid loss from sweat and thirst. A 2021 study published by BMJ Open surveyed 590 patients with hyponatremia from water toxicity. On average, these patients drank about 8 liters of fluids per day. The more severe cases led to seizures, comas, and unfortunately, Some patients experienced brain damage, with over 75% dying due to complications. This shows that although rare, drinking too much water can lead to life-threatening conditions, including severe kidney damage. Drinking too little water. Staying hydrated is not just about drinking water, it's also about knowing when your body needs more. Water loss occurs naturally through sweating, breathing, defecating, and urinating. During physical activity, you lose water faster because you breathe heavier and sweat more. Pregnant or breastfeeding women also have increased water requirements. Likewise, living in hot climates or at high altitudes can raise your water needs. Additionally, illnesses that cause fever, vomiting, or diarrhea can significantly deplete water levels in your body. Dehydration happens when water loss outpaces water intake. Fortunately, in most developed areas, access to water makes severe dehydration rare. However, it is important for adults to be mindful of their hydration, as not drinking enough water can also lead to kidney damage. To maintain proper hydration, it's crucial to listen to your body's signals and adjust your water intake based on your specific needs, rather than relying solely on generic guidelines like the 8 glasses a day rule. By understanding your body's hydration needs and avoiding both extremes of water consumption, you can better protect your kidneys and overall health. Older adults are particularly vulnerable to chronic dehydration. Many experience weakness, a decreased sense of thirst, or have conditions like diabetes or kidney damage that heighten the risk of dehydration. Drinking too much water without adequate electrolytes also increases this risk, a topic we'll explore later. When the body becomes dehydrated, it tries to restore fluid balance through various mechanisms. The brain has special sensors called osmoreceptors that detect changes in the fluid and electrolyte balance of the blood. In response, the hypothalamus signals the pituitary gland to release a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, ADH. ADH instructs the kidneys to stop releasing water into urine and to reabsorb it back into the bloodstream. The kidneys also activate another mechanism to combat dehydration. When blood pressure drops, the kidneys release a hormone called renin. Renin triggers a system that increases blood pressure by converting angiotensin I into angiotensin II. Angiotensin II signals the adrenal glands, located on top of the kidneys, to release aldosterone, which then instructs the kidneys to retain more sodium and water. This process helps restore blood pressure and rehydrate the body. Dehydration, even in mild cases, should be addressed to prevent long-term kidney damage. If it worsens, it can lead to acute kidney injury, AKI, within as little as 2 days. Low fluid levels also raise the risk of urinary tract infections and kidney stones. When the kidneys lack enough water to filter waste, harmful substances can accumulate in the blood. Fortunately, the hypothalamus not only controls fluid balance but also triggers thirst when blood volume is low. Interestingly, the brain can also detect when you swallow fluids, adjusting your hydration response. However, by the time you feel thirsty, you might already be mildly dehydrated. That's why it's best to drink water regularly throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. Older adults or those with brain injuries may have a reduced ability to sense thirst, so it's especially important for them to maintain proper hydration. A large 2021 study published in Clinical and Experimental Nephrology tracked the water consumption of over 50,000 Koreans. The findings showed that increasing water intake was crucial for preventing kidney damage, particularly in older men. As participants drank more water in proportion to their body weight, their kidney function improved. Similarly, A 2016 study published in the American Journal of Physiology highlighted the serious dehydration concerns among field workers, a group with a high rate of chronic kidney disease. Researchers suggested that chronic dehydration may be responsible for thousands of deaths among field workers each year. In the same study, dehydrated rats were given different fluids to evaluate their impact on kidney health. The rats that drank soda had the worst hydration and most severe kidney damage, while those that drank water or water sweetened with a natural sugar substitute had only mild dehydration effects. These findings emphasized the importance of drinking water, not sugary drinks like soda, to stay hydrated and protect kidney health. Dehydration can lead to kidney injury, urinary tract infections, and kidney stones. It's essential to be aware of your hydration levels. Key indicators include thirst, urine color, odor, and frequency. Clear urine often signals adequate hydration, while dark yellow or amber urine with a strong odor suggests dehydration. If your urine becomes more concentrated and you urinate less frequently, it's time to increase your water intake. However, keep in mind that infections and kidney diseases can also alter urine characteristics. Some people may wonder whether they need electrolyte drinks to stay hydrated. The answer depends on the situation. Before delving into the benefits of electrolyte drinks, it's important to understand what electrolytes are and why they are vital for healthy body functions. Electrolytes are small particles that carry an electrical charge and play crucial roles in the body, such as aiding in nutrient and waste transport, regulating fluid balance, enabling muscle contraction, and facilitating nerve conduction. They also help maintain the body's acid-base balance, heart rate, and rhythm. The most common electrolytes include sodium, potassium, chloride, calcium, magnesium, phosphate, and bicarbonate. Like water, these electrolytes are essential for your body's proper functioning. However, you may not always need to supplement them unless you're engaging in intense physical activity or losing significant amounts of fluids through sweat. Electrolytes naturally leave the body through urine, feces, and sweat. However, you lose more electrolytes, along with fluids, during illness, especially if you have a fever, vomiting, or diarrhea. Heavy sweating from exercise or exposure to hot and humid weather also leads to electrolyte loss. Additionally, certain medications and conditions like high blood sugar in people with diabetes cause both fluid and electrolyte depletion. In these situations, it's important to replenish not only the lost fluid but also the electrolytes. And that's where electrolyte replacement drinks come in handy. These drinks are particularly useful when you need to quickly restore your body's electrolyte balance. While some people might consider drinking them after mild to moderate exercise, plain water is typically sufficient for rehydration in those cases. However, after more than an hour of intense exercise or heavy sweating, or even shorter periods of vigorous exercise in hot temperatures, electrolyte drinks can be beneficial. It's important to note that electrolyte drinks aren't necessary for everyone throughout the day and may actually cause harm for some. These drinks often contain high levels of sodium, potassium, magnesium, and chloride, which can be dangerous for individuals with heart or kidney conditions. For these people, electrolyte drinks might raise their blood pressure or cause dangerous spikes in electrolyte levels. Additionally, many electrolyte drinks are packed with sugar, which can contribute to health issues like diabetes, obesity, and other complications. Some even contain unhealthy food dyes, preservatives, and artificial sweeteners. Therefore, water is often the best option. If you choose to consume electrolyte drinks, It's crucial to read the ingredient labels carefully to ensure you're not consuming harmful additives. Electrolytes can also be obtained from a balanced diet. Many whole foods, particularly plant-based sources, are rich in electrolytes. Great choices include citrus fruits, coconut water, leafy green vegetables, honey, ginger, brine from fermented foods, beans, seaweed, pumpkin seeds, and fatty fish. These nutrient-dense foods not only provide natural electrolytes but also offer additional health benefits. Now that you've learned about electrolyte replacement, let's debunk some common myths about hydration. Myth number 1, you must drink 8 glasses of water every day. Reality, there's no universal rule for water intake. Hydration needs vary based on individual factors like age, activity level, and climate. Myth number 2, the more water you drink, the better it is for your body. Reality, drinking too much water can dilute electrolytes and strain your kidneys, potentially leading to serious health issues. Myth number 3, drinking water is the only way to stay hydrated. Reality, hydration also comes from other beverages and foods that contain water, like fruits and vegetables. Myth number 4, you always need electrolyte drinks or sports drinks when exercising. Reality, unless you're exercising intensely or sweating heavily, plain water is usually enough to stay hydrated. Another common misconception is that caffeine and alcohol always cause dehydration. While they are diuretics, which means they increase urination frequency, moderate consumption can still help maintain hydration. However, it's important to limit both caffeine and alcohol, as well as sugary drinks, because excessive consumption can harm the kidneys. Up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, about 4 9-ounce cups of coffee, is generally considered safe. For individuals with kidney disease, doctors may recommend limiting water intake, especially as kidney damage progresses. In cases where people are on dialysis, the kidney's ability to produce urine and regulate body fluids becomes severely reduced. Some patients may even stop producing urine entirely. Conversely, people with kidney stones or urinary tract infections, UTIs, should increase their water intake to help flush out the kidneys. Drinking more water can help break down kidney stones and prevent the growth of new ones, while also helping to fight off UTIs by flushing out bacteria from the kidneys and bladder. You may also wonder whether bottled water is better than tap water and what kind of water is ideal for kidney health. There are a few factors to consider. Tap water safety varies globally and even within regions. The purity of tap water depends on the local water supply, and in some places, it may contain harmful chemicals or natural minerals linked to health risks, such as cancer. In regions with poor water sanitation, people often turn to bottled water. However, in areas where tap water meets safety standards, marketing can sometimes give the impression that bottled water is superior, even when the difference is minimal. Bottled water quality can also vary depending on the source, the type of bottle, storage conditions, and the substances it contains. In the United States, bottled water must meet similar safety standards as tap water. But this isn't necessarily true worldwide. No matter what type of water you drink, the key is to ensure it comes from a safe and reliable source. Sugary beverages, such as sodas, smoothies, energy drinks, and some fruit drinks, may seem tempting when you're thirsty, but they are not hydrating. In fact, they can make dehydration worse and harm your health in the long run. High-sugar drinks can spike your blood sugar levels and increase the release of ADH, antidiuretic hormone, leading to more dehydration. To stay hydrated and protect your kidneys, it's best to opt for water over sugary beverages. Consuming sugary drinks can lead to kidney strain as they cause the kidneys to retain fluid and concentrate urine. This adds extra pressure on the kidneys to filter the blood. Additionally, the sugar in sweetened drinks increases the production of uric acid and other byproducts that can cause inflammation. These byproducts also lead to the formation of harmful substances called free radicals, which can damage the delicate filtration structures in the kidneys. Studies have shown that sodas are linked to kidney stones, and excessive consumption of caffeine from coffee, tea, and energy drinks can raise blood pressure, putting even more strain on the kidneys. For better hydration, try alternatives like sparkling water, black coffee, green tea, and low-sugar smoothies. Overall, drinking water remains the best option to stay hydrated. A 2021 narrative review published in the European Journal of Nutrition confirms that plain water, without any additives, is the healthiest beverage choice. Now, let's discuss some practical tips to help you know when to drink water. Tip number 1, drink water regularly throughout the day, especially before and during meals, and whenever you feel thirsty. Tip number 2, be sure to hydrate when you engage in physical activity, especially during exercise or strenuous work. Tip number 3, instead of drinking large amounts of water infrequently, drink smaller amounts of water more frequently. This helps maintain hydration and prevents your body from losing water too quickly. Eating hydrating foods throughout the day also contributes to overall hydration. Tip number 4, drinking water in the evening can help keep you hydrated overnight and even lower your body temperature for better sleep. However, if you suffer from acid reflux, avoid drinking water 2 to 3 hours before bed, or limit it to small amounts to reduce nighttime urination. In this section, we've discussed how to recognize signs of hydration, the safety of tap and bottled water, and common hydration myths. To wrap up, let's summarize the key points covered in this video. Water is essential for kidney health, and the amount you need depends on factors like your body composition, activity level, and overall health. This means that your water intake should fluctuate with your needs. Advertisers often claim that their drinks are hydrating, but many of these products contain high levels of sugar, preservatives, and electrolytes that may harm the kidneys over time. It's important to be cautious with these marketed beverages. Water loss occurs naturally through body fluids, and replenishing that water is crucial for eliminating waste, controlling blood pressure, and balancing electrolytes, all of which are vital for kidney health. Overhydration, while rare, can lower blood sodium levels and harm the kidneys. We also discussed the importance of electrolytes and when you might need to increase them, especially during dehydration. Too little fluid can lead to dehydration, which may cause low blood volume and impair kidney filtration. When this happens, hormones like renin and aldosterone try to balance fluids, but the resulting high blood pressure can weaken the kidney's filtering system and lead to acute kidney injury. The best way to prevent dehydration and protect your kidneys is to drink water regularly, especially when you feel thirsty. Your body naturally gives you signals, like the color and frequency of your urine, to help you monitor your hydration levels. Clear urine typically indicates good hydration, while dark, concentrated urine is a sign that you need more fluids. It's also important to ensure the water you're drinking is safe. Tap water safety varies by location, and while bottled water might seem like a healthier choice, its quality can differ depending on the source and storage. Both bottled and tap water must meet certain safety standards, but it's always crucial to know where your water comes from. We want to send a big thank you to our subscribers and viewers for your ongoing support. Your encouragement keeps us motivated to bring you valuable content. Be sure to hit the bell icon to turn on notifications, so you never miss another life-saving video. Everything we've discussed today will benefit your kidney health. But be sure to check out the video on your screen next. It covers the worst 18 habits that can harm your kidneys and provides helpful tips to avoid them. Stay informed and stay healthy.